Hello there, everybody. Grim Falcon 746 coming back to you from the StoneVania server, and I am about to start a rather massive project. So for starters on this project, everywhere between the 4 pillars of raw gold blocks is going to need to be mined out. And not just down to the lowest point, we're actually going to go about 90 blocks below the lowest point, which means I'm going to do a ton of digging, which of course means I need to go and get a beacon, which means I need to fight a wither, which means we're off to the nether to at least get the wither skulls. Alright guys, I realized in the last episode that I didn't actually show this farm off. I remember recording a spiel about it, and then that footage just couldn't be found. I'm sure I didn't forget to hit record or anything like that. So this is an everything spawner. So how this works is if we go down in here, we have a bunch of nether portals in here, and you can see because I'm in the AFK spot, they're all spawning here, and it's actually kind of broken at the moment. We'll have to fix that. That was probably caused by flying away while things were loaded. So as you can see, they will all spawn in here. And then what will happen is these will trigger and turn the nether portals on. That sends them through the nether portal. And then when they're on the other side, they fall into a drop chute and die, which sends them all out here. And I desperately need a better storage system for all this, but I don't know how much I'm actually going to use this since we have the creeper farm that we have for Lint for a rocket shop. However, once the items come through, they'll get picked up by the minecart hoppers and fed down into the storage system. So this does produce a decent amount of everything. Even though I'm no longer sure how much I'm going to use it, it's still a good thing to have. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got to head off to the nether and kill some wither skeletons. So unbeknownst to me, somebody, I believe Mossy, actually set this up. It's a wither skeleton farm. Now, I'm only going to be able to show you the nether side here because I'm not on the overworld, but how this works, you can see the spawn spheres I have set up there. And you can see that the spawn platform is exactly in line with the bottom. So the skeletons spawn here. They go this way to try and get to the iron golem. They then go to the overworld where there's a system to make sure they come back through up here to the kill chamber. And then, oh, wrong button. And then they die to swords like this. So this removes all the risk and is actually a pretty decent farm. And I already have 1 skeleton skull. I need a couple more, and then we can go and make a wither, which means we can kill it, which means we can then get a beacon. All right, and we got 6 skulls from the farm there, and well, we're about to do this. We're going to try and keep him at bay here as we ping him with a bow, and we try and get him killed. So let's go ahead and I'm sure this will not at all go horribly. On to that. Oh, I don't like that texturing. So I think he gets to a point where the bow won't damage him anymore, but until then, this should work just fine. It has actually been quite a while since I have had to deal with the wither myself, because last season we had the beacon shop that I bought out as part of my short, and that served me well for the remainder of the season. However, he's at the point where all right, we are still fully saturated, so we're fine. All right, back off, chow down, regenerate some health here. We're okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're just going to regenerate our health, and then we'll go back and finish killing him, hopefully. Yeah, he still has that shield, but I'm trying to draw him more towards the tunnel we've made, but he doesn't seem to want to do that, so Jesus. Oh boy. Back all the way off here. And he is, of course, regenerating as well, because he does that. Oh, boy. This is going well. Down here. Where is the tunnel I made? Right here. All right, we're fine. My stuff should be far enough back that it should be okay. Pick it all up. And we got this. Let's grab the rest of our stuff. Okay, swords in hand. Our gear is chest plate is there. I didn't have a helmet. Right, I forgot to replace my helmet. All right, he's very angry again. Golden carrots. Okay, he is back to this state here. Now, if I can just stay just out of his range of being able to hit me with his skulls, we can do this. So far, so good. We're all right. Okay, he got me. Die already. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna wither away. I'm gonna wither away again, I think. Come on, let me eat. Let me eat. Let me eat. How long does the wither last? 16 seconds. Okay, we're okay. And 3, 2, 1. We'll regenerate our health, and then we'll charge back in. We're running out of tunnel to do this in, though. I'm thinking the iron golem trick is the best way to do this. We're okay. There we go, we got him. And there we go. Mission accomplished. All right, so I now have a beacon. I don't, however, have the blocks I need to power the beacon. So we are going to need to set up an iron farm. Something I probably should have done a while ago, but here we are. So we're going to go ahead and set up our iron farm, and with that, we'll set up a few other farms as well, just to start our industrial progress here. And the iron farm is in. This is the same design that I built last season, so it should look pretty familiar to those of you who've been subscribed for a while. By the way, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. So this works. You got 3 villagers in here. You have the beds there so they can sleep, and the zombie there so that they can always panic. So this should spawn an iron golem about every 30 seconds. Now it's just spun up and started working, so now I have a few iron. But we're going to have to let this spin up and produce the iron we need to make the beacon. So while the farm is spinning up and producing the iron I need, I'm going to go ahead and set up a few other smaller farms, because while I'm working on this massive project I'm planning, this area is going to be constantly loaded, which means small farms should be sufficient to produce all the resources that I should need. Okay, and this is the first farm I have set up. It's a little bamboo farm, and it's getting night. I'm going to need to sleep soon, but it's producing actually quite a bit for its size, so I'm happy with that. Now, I also want to set up a kelp farm to turn it into dried kelp blocks for fuel for the furnaces. However, before that, there is something that I have been meaning to do. You see, this guy has just been sitting in my chest, and I think it's about time that I have a happy ghast. So we're going to sleep, and then we're going to go ahead and grow him up. So now that we've slept, we're going to go ahead and plop him down in the water here and wait for him to grow up. And there it is, chat, my very first happy ghast. Now, he still needs time to grow up, but that's fine. As for the name, I think I'm going to let chat name him. So, if you have any suggestions, leave them down below, and I will pick one of those to name him on the next episode. Okay, so the kelp farm is done here. So how this works is pretty simple. We have the kelp growing here, the pistons break it. Now, we put some water sources here to fix the problem of when the pistons trigger, the water in front of them becomes a flowing water and not a water source. So that just converts those back to water sources. Now, I think it is possible for kelp to get caught in here, but I haven't seen that happen just yet, so I think we're okay. And then, of course, the water flows up into the water chutes and then all the way back down to this chest. Now, we've done some AFKing here. Oh, vault. We've done some AFKing here, built up some kelp, but we've also built up some iron, which was our original goal. and I now have enough iron to build my beacon. So our next step is to dig a 1x1 hole all the way down to where we're going to go. And after that, we'll come back up and we'll start mining our way all the way down. But I want to go all the way down first because I want to set the beacon down there so I don't have to constantly move it. So as you guys can see, we are busy digging out the area here. However, I had to stop because James logged in just a minute ago. And I have something I would like to talk to him about. So we're going to go meet up with James and we'll let you guys be a fly on the wall for the conversation. Hey, James, how are you today?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. So, do you see what I see kind of behind you there?
So far, 5? Yeah, 5 Vanian heads.
Yeah. I'd like my head to be on the mountain too, because, I'm vain and shallow and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, there's not really any rules to it. Just, like, you just have to, I guess, pick a spot and build it. That's what everyone else has been doing.
Okay, but I don't think you're understanding me. See, I want it up there, but, well, I'd like to just pay somebody to do it.
Okay. Sam, stop running. Yeah?
Yeah, so you wanna take the contract?
I mean, it's tempting,
Mhm.
but the whole point is for Vanians to do it themselves, like their own creative interpretation. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's one. But, I mean, I see that you have a bit more in your hand, but I do only see one. I mean, but here's the thing. Those are two. If you look at the faces and everything, everyone put their own little creative spin.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'd be robbing like you from that. Even though you want me to pay, I feel like I'd be robbing the whole point of the mountain and people putting their credit. Okay, never mind. Is that all for me?
If you take the contract to build my head up there, yep.
19, 18, 27. Yeah, me and Sam will do it.
Awesome. Let me know when it's done. I'll see you then.
Awesome.
You can take one now. I'll give you the other two when it's done.
Gotcha. Diamonds. Sorry.
Joke's on him, chat. I would have gone way higher. As you guys can see, we are making significant progress in mining all of this out. However, I have received a message from James telling me to check spawn next time I log in. I believe that means that my missioned artifact is complete, so let's go check it out. So we're just going to fly away, we're going to turn back and see how it looks. There I am, chat. There I am indeed. Honestly, this came out fairly well. I'm very happy with this. So I think it's time to bring James down and give him the rest of his payment. James, do you really not have wings?
Never do.
You disappoint me. I will come down to you then.
When do I not? Okay, I was gonna just break through.
It's fine. Anyways, I came to check out my commissioned piece of art here. Very good work.
Thanks.
Love the location too. High center, very prominent. Perfect for a person like me. Now, if only we could put a crown on top of the head, that would be delightful.
One day.
One day. All right. There is the rest of your payment.
Yay!
Thank you for taking the contract and doing such a wonderful job.
You are so welcome. I honestly had fun just trying. Designing it was actually kind of fun and a hard task to do.
To be honest, I thought, especially when it took a little bit, I did have that thought in my head that we were going to end up in a prank war because you were just going to take like my player head and just put it on the hill somewhere.
I thought about it, but I didn't have your head. I didn't have your head at all.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody does have my head.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not very friendly. You have armor.
I was going to
I
say,
didn't
you're
think
not
twice
going to
about
win
that.
that fight.
Yeah.
There is a chance that
Oh.
somebody on the server has it, because, I mean, I know I've died. I just don't know if I've died to a player is the thing.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if I know there's a Grimhead at the Halloween district. I just don't know if that is an authentic one or if I changed skin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
actually, there is an authentic Grimhead. It's down in the mailroom.
Oh yeah, that might be the only one.
That might actually be the only one. I've actually been good this season for not dying pointlessly. Not like season 1. My first episode, I died like 20 times.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, looks good. I made the right choice farming this out to you.
Yep.
Oh, your base is the video game, like where the Whack-A-Sheep is. So yeah, I've seen your base. Because not recently, but I have seen it because I was playing Whack-A-Sheep a little while ago. Okay, just to catch all my viewers up, James has let me know that this guy has popped up and we have no idea who did this or why. So this is an armor stand here, obviously, but apparently James has already confirmed that this fire charge is not in an armor stand. This is just it just exists here. So
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and play with this armor stand and see if that affects this at all. There is a chance something's going to go horribly wrong, but this is Minecraft. We take those odds. So the first thing I want to do is try and make sure I can actually see the fire charge as I'm... wonder if I can... I'd like to be able to... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to record this in flashback. No, there we go. Flashback started. For a second, I thought I didn't have flashback, but no, it's there. Okay, so I'm going to record this in flashback. That way, if something does go horribly wrong, at least my viewers can see it. Okay, so the very first thing... position... Let's just try and nudge this down. Oh. Did anything happen to it there?
No.
Still nothing?
Nothing.
Sink it down.
No, it's just there.
So this fire charge
just...
is completely independent of the armor stand. Like, because we were thinking maybe the armor stand was able to catch it. That's... James, this is going to keep me up at night now.
How do you think the rest of us feel? I'm not... The thing is...
All right, tell me when this is back into the same position.
All right, the thing is that you can find this at Pixel's base, Mossy, Dadman show, right there.
There?
Yeah. Macy and Lind. Like, we all have one. But when this started, it was just me, Pixels, and Mossy, and we were trying to figure out what connected us three. And now it's like, Dadman, Lind, and Macy and Show have one. What's connecting all of us? Why are we getting these?
This is wild.
Again, if it's not you, then I genuinely don't know who.
I want to know how this works now. You sure there's not an invisible armor stand around this somewhere, right?
You could press F3B, there's nothing.
Okay, so it looks like it was fired going like towards the way we're looking now.
Mm-hmm.
Says, yeah, there's definitely not an armor stand there. So how is this just suspending?
I don't know. I can imagine maybe like would can it break if you use a slime block? Like, maybe I don't know how this works, but like I wish I knew who's doing this and what this means.
I don't even care about the storyline. I just want to know how.
Yeah.
Like okay, there's a storyline here. Obviously, that's entertaining. I'd like to know the storyline, but more importantly, I want to know how this works.
Grim, I'm in the storyline. I don't know anything. I'm in the same boat as you.
So I know if you fire a fire charge, it'll keep going, and then it hits the like the render distance. It will just stop. But when you go over there and load the chunks, I believe it keeps going. So I don't even think that's what's going on here. Whoever did this somehow got a fire charge to just sit in one place. And see, originally I thought it was fired like down, and then the armor stand like caught it somehow, and then it was just suspended from that. But based on the hit point based on the hitbox with the blue line pointing out, I think that's the way it was fired.
Who has this knowledge, though?
Surrender your secrets to me, Mr. Fire Charge.
Who's the true Pyrolen, or however you say his name?
Pyrolon? Something like that? That's my guess. Viewers, how do you pronounce this name right here?
Yeah, this is the server's biggest mystery.
How much are you okay if I play around with this?
As long as it destroys that side, or that side, you're good.
And not your farm?
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I want you to go all the way back here, sir.
I'm just going to stand here and record. I'm going to go grab a water real quick.
Okay. Okay, chat. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do everything we can to break this fire charge. We're going to use water. We're going to use blocks. We're going to do whatever I can think of to break this fire charge, we're going to use. And now chat doesn't know what I'm doing, so they're just throwing numbers out because why not? James has to have a bucket around here somewhere, right?
One of the chests, yeah.
There it is.
I have a bucket right here.
Ah, well. I'm taking some black wool for building blocks.
Okay.
So that is right here.
Oh!
I just broke the fire. I just broke the fire, guys. Mission accomplished. Did you break this grass? Oh, that was your moss. That was your moss. And oh, I broke your powdered snow. Sorry.
That's fine.
All right, well, mission accomplished. I broke the fire. Honestly, that wasn't even that hard. Whoever did this is an amateur.
But I'm okay. I'm okay with not having to worry about the fireball anymore.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's provoke whoever did this.
Mm-hmm. If they're on the server.
All right, so I mean,
yeah.
Mystery definitely not solved, but I mean,
I don't have to worry about fireball. That's the good thing.
So somehow they suspended a fireball mid-flight and kept it from continuing on that flight until it was acted upon by water. The thing is, you put a block over it, and that didn't continue it. So maybe because the water actually physically moved it. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. My question is then, you think something could have happened if there was a piston with a slime on it?
If anything, it should have just bounced it. All right, everyone. Well, I think this is a good place to end the video. Do let me know what you think of this Everfire nonsense and what might be going on with that. And if you have any idea of how that happened, like how they did that with the fire charge, please do let me know. We can solve this with the power of the hive mind, guys. Thank you to everybody who watched the video. And if you did like it, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay happy, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.